Okay, so for rust bubbles, there's some there, as you can see. Give you an idea of size. That's my finger. Some more down on the door there. And the back of this door. This door is probably the worst, I would suggest. See the rust bubbles there. Now then, this door, I'll just unlock it. Okay. Oh, it was unlocked. Right, you can see there now. I'll show you underneath the door if I can. So on the bottom of the door. It's quite bad actually. Does need some restoration work. Up to there you can see it's quite bad in places. So just so you can see, that's the bottoms of the door. Just pulls there and go the other side. Okay, well this is the other side now, driver's side. Trying to pick up what I can, it's not very easy, but there we can see. And it does need some work there, some restoration work in there. Don't know what I can show you much underneath, but unfortunately the light's not really very good, but just trying to show you what I can. You see black on the exhaust there. That's where there is a bit of an oil leak from the top and it drips down and drips onto the exhaust, which is unfortunate because it obviously gives a little bit of an odour sometimes. There's a bit, some welding's been gone on just there where you can see. The rest of it seems very good from what I can see. I've never really looked under here before. Alright, just going to stop it there. Okay, probably the most interesting bit now, the engine. I'm trying to see where I think the oil leak may be down there because it does look a bit oily and a bit damp. It's difficult to show with the camera, but some of the wires look quite oily. It's only got a cork gasket on it, so I don't know how effective those are. There's twin fans. Looks like someone's had the wing off at some point, maybe, because a couple of the bolts have lost the black paint. The struts work well, they seem to work fine. Fairly recent battery. Headlamps are good, they're not rusty or anything. Probably been replaced at some time, I would imagine. You can see the yellow there. You can also actually see some white as well, where it was actually white there. That's where it was white originally. Right, I'm just going to start the engine up. As you can see now, it's now a little bit warmer than it was because I've driven a little distance with it. It's got a radio which works fine. The auxiliary output works fine as well. Pretty smooth. That's the engine. Just try and show you some of the interior as much as I can. There was once I was driving it, there was actually some water in the passenger footwell, which I think I traced to a little hole at the bottom of the windscreen, which has been sealed. There, you can see that white stuff. Basically, there is a little hole there. So I think I've solved that problem. Although I don't understand what happens to the water that goes down inside there, because clearly it would. So I'm hoping that that resolved any water that was coming in the car, although it's normally undercover, so you don't normally see it. A little bit of a rust spot there. Inside the roof, just this off easily, as you can see. See what I mean about the fabric coming away, just needs recovering really. I think the integrity of it's more or less there, it just needs sorting out. The rubber's pretty good. Some very light sort of marks on there from the age, but nothing too dramatic. Cover slots done quite nicely. He says. There you go. So that's kind of the car. What I'll do is I'll take some stills of the bits of rust that I can find. That should give you a fair representation of really what you're looking at. The bonnet seems quite good. Seems pretty clean. Can't see any evidence of any significant rust. Just there, apparently someone did have a great big air filter sticking out through the bonnet. That's gone now, obviously, that's been covered over. Right, I'm just going to undo. Right, to get into the boot, there is a electric boot latch, but unfortunately that doesn't work. What would normally happen is when you shut the boot would then be pulled down and closed. It doesn't matter because the boot still works in a normal way anyway, if you just manually shut it. So basically to open the boot, there's a little keyhole just there. And that opens the boot. You have to excuse all my junk because it's full of it. That shows you the car. That wire hanging down there is for a little aerial that goes on the roof because it's a digital radio. So that basically goes round up on the top, fits on like that. Right, round the back, fairly clean. Just a couple of little bits of bubble there, just on the edge. Other side's okay. The hatch, not the best, I suppose. I mean, there's not much going on there. There's a few uneven surfaces. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe not. I'll take some there. See, there's some uneven surfaces there, so that looks like there's maybe rust under there or very poor repair at some point. So maybe there might be some things under there that are unbeknown to me that are hiding. I don't know. Probably needs rubbing down and sorting out. I mean, the outer edge of it seems very good. There's actually no evidence of any rust at all, so it seems a bit strange. But there we go. Struts work fine. I'll just show you under the back as far as I can. There's the exhaust system. Not really much I can show you there.